In today's video, I'm going to be blindfolded. So you might be asking yourself, Ben, why are you blindfolded? Well, on this occasion, today we're doing our first blindfolded test. This is going to be themed all around Stratocasters, and to start off the episode, Jack, the head of Squealing Pig Guitars, and Scarlett are going to pick out all the guitars for this blindfolded test. So without further ado, let's catch up with them at Squealing Pig Guitars headquarters.
Good morning, Jack.
So, we're in the Squealing Pig showroom. We've got to pick some guitars out for Ben's blindfold challenge today. Me and Scott were thinking maybe some Strats.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Let's go have a look.
So whilst Jack and Scarlett were selecting the guitars for today's video, I was back at the studio having a bit of chill time with my new blindfold. But let's see what Jack picked out for guitar number one.
Okay, we're going to have to throw in a Fender Masterbuilt. It'll be a good video if Ben can actually decipher which is the Fender Masterbuilt guitar, see if he actually knows what he's talking about. The challenge for Ben today is going to be, can he pick out a Fender Masterbuilt? Right, I think we're going to have to throw a Tom Anderson in the mix. It has got a Floyd Rose, and that might be a dead giveaway for him. It's a nice guitar. I'd like to see what he thinks about it blindfolded. Okay, third pick, we're going to go with a Fender Custom Shop. I'm going to try and keep a more maple fretboard as well, quite similar to make it, again, more difficult for him. Fourth pick, we've got an Xotic. These are really, really nice guitars. And again, very Fender feeling, so this might be difficult for him again. This is a fourth guitar. Let's go for a Suhr. Should we go for this Standard Pro?
Oh, that's nice.
Some rosewood fretboard though. Let's give this one a go. Sixth guitar, we've got a made in Japan Stratocaster quart top. These roughly go for just over £1,000. I think we've got this listed about 1,200-1,300 quid. So yeah, we're going to throw a spanner in the works with this one.
So now Jack and Scarlett are going to bring in all the guitars, and we're going to do a little time lapse so you can see that I am blindfolded on the sofa and that I haven't seen these guitars yet. So let's get on with the time lapse. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars. As you can see, I've got a blindfold on today, and you're not used to seeing me like this, but you'll see that on to my left, I think, is Jack, and he's the head of Squealing Pig Guitars. So he's going to walk you through what we're going to be doing in today's episode.
Hello guys, my name's Jack. I guess you can say I'm the owner of Squealing Pig Guitars, and today we're doing something a bit different. So those of you that watch the Andertons YouTube videos, you know that they do a blindfolded series, and today we're going to do a blindfolded episode with Ben to see if he knows his stuff. As you can see behind us, we've got a number of Strat style guitars. Now, Ben has seen a few of these in the showroom, and I'm sure he's played a few, but there's a few here he hasn't seen before. So basically today, we're going to filter out whether Ben can spot a Masterbuilt Fender guitar.
So I have to say guys, I'm quite nervous for today. As you guys know, I'm a Gibson fanboy at heart, and outside of these videos, I rarely play Stratocasters. So I have to be honest, when I am at the showroom, I never play these Strats that are behind me or the Strats that we have in stock. So I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going to get everything wrong today, but I have had quite a lot of experience with the Masterbuilts that we have in stock. So I've got a good idea that I'm going to know what I'm looking for, Jack. So
Let's hope so.
We better get into it. Let's go. Let's rip off Andertons. Of course, just like any test, we have a couple of rules for today. So number one, no touching the headstock. Number two, no cradling or excessive touching of the body. And finally, number three, everybody that's watching this video needs to leave a thumbs up down below. That's all the rules. Let's get straight into it.
Right, and Scarlett. Sorry, I forgot to introduce. We've got Scarlett behind us at the moment doing all the camera work.
Hello everyone.
So, do you want to pick the guitar that we...
I'll let you pick.
You can let me pick?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Let's get guitar number one. Is it? You have to tell me it's in front of me.
Not yet, I'm just doing the B-roll for the viewers.
Oh, I see.
Right, so I'm going to hand it over to you now, Ben. Remember what I said, no touching of the headstock. You can touch the selector switch and the tone knobs, but just refrain from having an overall feel of the guitar, yeah?
Okay. Ooh. I thought I'd get that G for the first time. Definitely a Strat. I mean, we all knew that. In terms of the neck profile, it feels slightly sanded down. So I'd be leaning towards something Relic or custom shoppy. Testing my blindfolded playing. So yeah, I can touch the select switch, yeah? Everything's...
Yeah, you can touch the select switch.
Selector switch feels decent quality. I think I've changed my mind slightly. I think it might be a Tom Anderson, just because now that I think about it, the neck is very wide. But I'm going to have to play the others before I give my final decision. But the body's very glossy, and then now feeling it more, it doesn't feel like a Relic neck, it feels like a satin neck, and I don't think the Fender Custom Shop really do that very regularly. Also, the bridge pickup sounds like a humbucker. Hopefully it is. But yeah, that's my answer for the time being, is the Tom Anderson.
So why specifically, if you had to give 2 points why you think it's Tom Anderson, what would they be? Like
Satin neck.
Satin neck.
And then humbucker bridge. In terms of out of 10, it plays really nicely, nice low action. I'd give it a 7.
So you give it a 7 out of 10, yeah?
Yeah, and then I'm not too sure what Tom Anderson guitars charge for, but it's a USA made guitar, made in California, handcrafted. I'd say £3,899.
£3,899.
Cool.
Very accurate figure there, mate.
Well, you got to go big or go home, Jack. So that's guitar number 1.
So you think it's a Tom Anderson, so you think it's a boutique Strat shaped guitar, basically, yeah?
Yes.
Cool, alright. Right, let's move on to the next guitar then.
Was it a humbucker?
I'm not telling you. Okay, so guitar number 2. There you go.
Where is it?
I haven't given you yet, mate. Just doing the B-roll.
I see.
Patience.
Yeah.
You got a pick, yeah?
Yeah.
You just take off the tuning fit.
That's a nice neck. Definitely a Fender. Definitely in the high end of either a custom shop or a Masterbuilt.
Why'd you say that?
Main reason is the feeling of the lacquer. I can tell that this is some sort of nitro because it's sticky.
Okay.
Feel it on
From the back of the neck, I'm assuming, yeah?
back of the neck, yeah. The body as well has got a bit of a sticky feel. But other than that, I mean, the neck is really nice. But I would assume this is nitro. It doesn't feel like polyurethane. If it is polyurethane, I'd be very surprised.
Okay.
But it's quite a sticky guitar.
Can you tell what colour it is?
It doesn't have the smell though, I assumed of it. I'd say the colour is maybe blue. Excuse the flat bend. Single coil in the bridge. Yeah, I mean, you say it's new strings. I mean, the tuning's slipping a little bit, but in terms of the feel, got a 60s feeling neck. I'm going to assume it's a rosewood board.
You think it's rosewood board, yeah?
I'm not too sure that I'm actually feeling that. It feels like a maple neck, but then that kind of.
It's hard to tell though, because I've been watching a lot of Anderson's videos, and do you know what I mean? He does a very good job at deciphering between the two.
It feels like a 60s neck, but it does feel like a maple board now.
Okay.
Because it feels glossy.
Okay.
But the guitar I had in my head, I don't think that had a rosewood fingerboard, so I'm not too sure. But I'm going to say Fender Custom Shop, but I'm going to say from just playing it, I don't think it's the Masterbuilt.
Okay.
So,
do you want to try it through the gain setting for a little
yeah,
second?
give it a go. play. It's just a little bit sticky, got a little bit. Yeah, this is mate.
I was worried, you know, that you weren't going to be able to play blindfolded. I thought it was more difficult. Well,
whenever I'm doing them stupid guitar faces, I close my eyes.
Oh dear!
So I've got quite a lot of practice.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's just so hard. I wish you guys at home could experience this because it is so hard. And I literally play these guitars every day, and I still can't really tell. But I'm gonna go Fender Custom Shop Basic Level Team Built. If I was gonna give you a price, probably similar to the previous one. You know, mid 3,000 mark, maybe bordering on the 4,000 mark.
Between £3,000 and £4,000.
Yeah. In terms of the two guitars that I just played, so this does feel better than the first one I played, which makes me think the first one might be a little bit cheaper now. But this does.
In what way does it feel better? Pickups, the sound?
The action's better for me. I feel like it has that more genuine Strat tone as well, like the neck pickup. More bloom and bass than
I thought that a little bit. Sounds a bit more fuller as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it just has that like pingy, plonky sound that you get from the higher end guitars. But I probably shouldn't speak too much because it might not be a high end guitar. But yeah, Fender Custom Shop Team Built, I'd give it an 8 out of 10, and I'd say around the 3.5K to 4K mark. If you guys are enjoying this video, then let us know in the comment section below which blindfolded test we should do next. Obviously, I am a Gibson fanboy. I know a lot more about Gibsons, Les Pauls, 335, stuff like that. So I'd love to do that demo or that test for them guitars. So let me know in the comment section below which guitar brand you want to see us do next for a blindfolded test. Whether it's better or worse, though, is the thing.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're tuning it. It's on a clean setting at the moment.
Okay, no way is this a Fender. Where's the pickup selector?
Right. It's got a number of selectors here.
Is that
It should be an easy. I think we've made this one a bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's got a plethora of different switches, which means it's probably some sort of custom boutique guitar. Okay. But putting that aside, in terms of the way it sounds, I mean, I'm loving whatever this tone is. I don't even know which pickup's on or what phasing option, but it's just got a really cool rock tone. Crap at the end there, but you get the idea. So basically, it's a tone that I'm not familiar with. So I would say that this can't be a Fender. It can't be a company that's trying to replicate the Stratocaster in any vintage way. So I know I've already said this, but I'm going to say Tom Anderson again, because I think this actually is the Tom Anderson this time. Okay. Lots of switches. It still feels well made. It's got a little bit of lacquer, but it feels slightly different to the lacquer that was on the previous one. It's not as sticky. It's slightly more... I mean, it's a little bit sticky, but it's not as sticky. So yeah, I'm going to give Tom Anderson, and so I guess I'm going to have to say what I thought for the first one. So I'd say 3,800 around that mark. Okay. And I'd probably give it 6 or 7 out of 10. It plays decent. Can I go uber clean? Could you just go one on the Kemper? Yeah. Yeah, I get the idea. I think it's Tom Anderson.
So what about maple or rosewood fretboard? You need to start
maple.
Testing you on this one. You think it's maple fretboard?
Yeah, and then you got like a D shape It's still, most of them have actually been quite similar with the neck thickness, but the shapes have been a bit different. So this definitely feels quite modern, but it feels really high end.
Okay.
Glossy body as well.
So you've gone for boutique. You've
Yeah.
also said you think it's priced around the £3,900 mark.
Yeah.
You've given it 6 to 7 out of 10.
I'll go 6 because I don't want to sit on the fence. I'll go 6 out of 10. And
Okay.
yeah, Tom Anderson, if I have to give the exact brand.
Okay. And you think it's maple board?
Definitely a maple board.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on to the fourth guitar now.
So we're nearly there. This trial by fire is nearly over.
Right. That's all tuned up for you, mate. Guitar number 4 here, Ben. There you go.
Feels nice and warm, Jack. You've been
Warmed up for you, mate.
yeah. That could pierce your head on a bad day. No, wait, where am I? Cheaper.
Feels cheap, does it?
Yeah, it's it has like it feels like the strings are slightly newer. I like the neck pickup tone, but the bridge pickup tone is very stratty and
It's noticeably different.
very
Yeah,
picky.
to the others.
It's definitely a maple board,
What makes you say that?
bright, and also it feels like a maple board.
Okay.
Neck shape again, literally like all the neck shapes, I kid you not, literally feel the same, and it started to thunder as well. So sorry if you can hear that in the background. Maybe that's the sign to call it a day. But no, yeah, it's got a bright tone. It feels like a maple neck. I mean, let me just play a little bit longer. Stick with this for the time. It's a spanky tone. I mean, I'm going to say cheaper, but not necessarily worse. It's just the pickups for me that don't have the tone I'd look for in a Stratocaster.
Okay.
So I'm going to say made in Japan Stratocaster.
Okay. Made in Japan Stratocaster?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting one on that one.
And I'd say the price would probably be about 1,600 to around that. And then
so you think it's a high-end made in Japan Strat?
yeah, I mean, like it might be a bit lower than that. I don't know the exact price of the made in Japan stuff, but it would probably be one of them fancy ones with the flame tops.
Okay.
I can't remember what they call them, but it's like
The QMTs, FMTs,
yeah, it's some
traditionals and all that.
It's like they're kind of like bougie take on a Strat. The reason also I'm saying that is because you can tell this is a polyurethane finish.
Okay.
I think. And the neck shape is slightly more modern feeling, even though it is still a D and feels like the others. You can just tell with the way it's carved, it's slightly flatter.
Okay.
So that's what I'd give it a guess. And in terms of the play, I'd probably get this the lowest rating just because I don't like the bridge pickup. So I'd say 5 out of 10 for this one.
5 out of 10.
But it's definitely not the Masterbuilt.
So to confirm, you think it's got a maple board. You said that the bridge pickup is quite ice picky, which makes you feel like it's maybe a cheaper equivalent.
Yeah.
You've said that it's a made in Japan Strat, around the £1,600 mark.
Yeah.
You
The
think
other
so?
reason I'd say it's a made in Japan as well is because the fretwork is impeccable.
Okay.
Even though it's like it feels like a more of a polyurethane guitar, the neck is really well done.
Okay.
Which is a
Surprised
good sign
you-
of made in Japan.
Yeah, I'm surprised you could pick up on that. Do you think that the core range, do you think the frets on the core range are a bit hit and miss then?
American?
Yeah.
I haven't played enough. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I mean, they normally
Okay.
feel good. It's just for made in Japan stuff, it's typically cheaper, but it still has that meticulous craftsmanship that you'd expect. So
Okay.
I do think the made in Japan Fender stuff is really good.
Okay.
It just needs a new set of pickups.
Right, we're ready to go. Guitar number 5.
Head. pickups as well. So we have Strat pickups, so like, as in the single coil set, but this guitar feels so different to a Strat. Firstly, it's very heavy. It's got lacquer all over it, and it's a maple board or something with lacquer on it. It feels a little bit more slinky, like almost like they're using like a lighter gauge of string. And just that being the neck pickup, like that, there's almost like a more of a quackiness to it. But yeah, basically, I would probably say it's like something like a Suhr.
Okay.
Something that isn't Fender typical, like it's a boutique builder. It feels heavy though, so I'm gonna like predict that it's probably got some sort of weird exotic wood that's dense.
Like the neck shape and the neck feel. I know you mentioned that it felt quite glossy all over.
But
Can you pick one of the radiuses as well, if that interest?
never. No, I never know how to really look for the radius unless it's something really dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gone off.
Do we need to set it back on?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, a little bit. One of the cameras ran out of battery, so it's changing.
Yeah. So
just to confirm what you've said so far, you think it's a Suhr, so it's quite heavy, quite glossy all over, you think it's a maple fretboard.
yeah, I mean, I've since basically one of the cameras just cut out and I've just been playing it for maybe 2 minutes. I've changed my mind about it being a Suhr.
Okay.
I think it's something that I have not played before, and my guess is going to be a G&L. Because the reason I'm saying that is that the more I play it, the less it actually does feel like a Suhr, and more it feels like a Fender, but something that's different from a Fender. The reason I say that is because it's got more of a D-shaped neck, and it's still got that stratty tone, but with weird knobs. So I don't know what else it would be, because I don't think Suhr use like barrel knobs on their guitars. So yeah, I'm going to go G&L. I mean, in terms of price, I have absolutely no clue what G&L go for. I've got no clue if they're American made in Japan. I don't know.
They are American made. Yeah.
American made.
Yeah. But what would you price that if you had to buy this guitar? What would you pay for it?
It's got a good resonant sound, but it is very heavy, which I think will put a lot of people off. I'd probably say around 2K.
2K.
It's got a decent sound. I mean, it sounds like a Strat, but it's quite a dark sounding guitar, and I imagine that's probably 'cause it's quite heavy.
Okay.
And the pickups that are used. And in terms of rating, I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Cool. Okay, I think we've got what we need on that guitar.
Right.
We've got 2 guitars left. We've actually got 7. I brought a surprise guitar for you.
He's tricked me again, guys.
Making you work that extra bit harder, don't I?
Should we put the tuner on so we hear that?
So this is guitar number 6.
Ooh, very light. Oh yeah. I'm getting that smell. Oh.
Who said anything about sniffing guitars?
I mean, I would definitely say it's a Masterbuilt. The reason I'm saying that is because the neck shape is slightly different. It's got more of a V. The relicing on the neck feels more unique. I'm going to say it's a maple board, and I think I know what the guitar is by playing it. I think it's the red Dale Wilson we've got in stock. But the main thing that drew my attention to it is just that neck pickup sound. For me, it sounds way richer than any one that we've played so far. Like some fingerstyle stuff, I'm like. That's definitely a Masterbuilt. I think I found it right here, guys.
Laugh it wasn't.
I'm gonna guess the builder. I'd say Dale Wilson.
You think it's the red one with maple board we've got in?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
the one.
The giveaway was the V-shaped maple neck.
Yeah, I think the main giveaway is the way that the Relicing feels.
Okay.
He has a very unique style of Relicing guitars, and I hope this actually is that guitar, because if it's not, I'm going to sound like a right crap. But basically, yeah, it's got a really nice kind of, it's just different. You feel these, you can tell. I can almost kind of, I can imagine the colour and the look of this guitar when I'm playing it. And it's very like light, very resonant, and the neck pickup has far the best tone. I mean, even in the bridge, and I've not played it yet, it's not ice pick. It's usable, you know. No like harsh frequencies, everything's very mellowed out, it's nice. Okay. So yeah, Dale Wilson, Fender Masterbuilt, and
rating out of 10?
It's got a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
10. I love this guitar. Dale Wilson Strats are amazing. And I'm going to say, I mean, I'd never really know how much Masterbuilts go for because I never really see the price when I'm demoing them, but I'm going to assume like 6 to 7 grand.
Okay.
That lunch smells really good as well, Skylar.
So just to recap, you think it's the red Dale Wilson Masterbuilt we've got, V-shaped maple neck. You think that the Relic gives a lot of weight to the fact that it's been a Masterbuilt. You rate it a 10 out of 10. Price wise, 6 to 7 out of K.
Yeah.
6 to 7K.
6 to 7K
price range. Oh, right, let me take it off your hands. You got one last guitar.
You know, on Hell's Kitchen when they get people to eat food without their sight, and it's like people think like duck is like tofu.
Wanna try it? Blindfold. I could be putting anything in your mouth right now.
That's mine, isn't it?
No.
So we're tuned up. This is guitar number 7, the final guitar. So as I mentioned, Ben, it's got new strings on. The action is very low on this one. I've got a request. Can you play blind, wet, slippery things? So I could forget it.
Wonderful slippery thing.
Wonderful slippery things, yeah.
Okay, I can do.
Can you play wet slippery things?
Hey guys, don't judge me here, I'm gonna try it.
I'm surprised you could play that though, just blindfolded. What are your first impressions?
It's some sort of shred machine.
Okay. Does it feel stratty to you? Or?
No, the body is more angular.
I remember what I said, don't feel too much on the body.
You said headstock, you never said anything about
No, I
the body.
said don't like start cradling it and trying to get a feel for it. You haven't done on the other ones.
Well, you can tell by the lower belt that it's definitely not a Strat.
What, just the way it sits on your knee?
Yeah. That sounds like a humbucker in the bridge maybe, or a fixing. I have no idea what it is.
Really?
It's definitely not a vintage style instrument. I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is. It feels nice to play though.
Well, you feel the action's alright, it's not too low for you.
Yeah, I mean, probably like I don't know. This is the thing, because
Let's answer another question first. What would you give it out of 10 so far?
6.
It's got a nice tone, honestly. 6 out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how would you price it? You haven't got to necessarily tell me what guitar it is. You just got to say to yourself, well, you've mentioned that it's angular. Do you think it's boutique? Do you think it's a Strat, or do you think it's a Strat hybrid of some sort?
It's a Strat hybrid, but it's definitely boutique. It's nothing made by Fender, to my understanding, unless they've come up with some crazy model that's like a super Strat.
Okay.
It feels like some sort of 80s type machine, which they've put single coils in the neck in the middle to make it kind of that hybrid thing. It's got a really low action on it, which again makes me think, like, reaffirms my thing that I think it's like a shred thing. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like my playability, like I didn't really enjoy playing it. Like the action's too low. In the lower register here, the strings are like buzzing, yeah.
So, yeah.
And
you've mentioned that you feel like it's got a humbucker in the bridge. You've said that it's quite an angular guitar because it sits on your knee.
Well, humbucker or overpowered single coil, there's one of the other. It's definitely catered for more of a shred thing.
Okay. Do you think it's a rosewood board or a maple board? That properly feeling the board? What are you thinking?
I mean, I'm gonna go maple. I assume they're all maple because.
Okay. And you've given it a 6 out of 10. You think it's within the boutique tier, let's say?
Yeah, we'll go for that.
And you would price it around about 2,500.
Yeah.
Happy with that? Happy to stick to those? Okay, so we've gone through all 7 of these guitars. We've got various brands on the go here. Ben knows none of what these guitars are here. You've done a great job, by the way, of playing them blindfolded. This was your first proper time doing it, so I was quite impressed with you playing. So
first time.
Yeah. I think you've done a pretty good job. We're going to take the blindfold off shortly. Is there anything that you want to change in particular out of the choices that you've made?
So the only thing I'd say from what my choices as such is that obviously I guessed Tom Anderson twice, and I'm going to assume that the very clever people here at Squealing Pig Guitars would have done 2 in the same guitar model, unless they're wanting to throw me off. But I'd say the first one, I mean, I would pick it up again, but I don't think we should do that. I would say it's probably some sort of Fender thing, but like it's definitely not a Tom Anderson. But it could, I think it's still a boutique guitar, just not a Tom Anderson. That's what. Okay. It's more of a traditional Strat, maybe.
That's fair enough. I'd like to ask you at this point as well, because I'm interested. Did you find it quite hard? Did you find it harder than you thought to actually play these guitars blindfolded and really pick up on the sound?
In terms of like playing, like you can always kind of find where you are, and then once you've got the note, you can go for it. But in terms of like the actual guitar, like you'd be surprised at how little you actually notice from playing a guitar. And
the feel and the sound. What would you say is more? Which gave you the more answers? Would you say it was a sound, or would you say it was just a general feel? That's the question I really want to answer now.
For me, it's a combination of the both. It's kind of like a cycle the player goes through. So if a guitar feels good, and then it starts sounding good, you then start playing better, and it's this kind of feedback loop.
Yeah.
From a listener's perspective, you probably would have heard a guitar that you're like, I prefer this sound, I don't prefer this sound as much, but you're not playing the guitar, so you don't feel it. And I think when you get a guitar that feels better, you start playing better, and that then means it sounds better. So basically, long way around, on that Masterbuilt, or the guitar that I thought was a Masterbuilt, I feel like I played better because I enjoyed my playing more because it sounded better, but it also felt better.
Okay.
So, long way around that, if a guitar didn't feel good, like the last one for me didn't feel very good, I didn't feel comfortable playing, and I wasn't as big of a fan of the sound. But they're both interlocked. However,
so it's a combination of the feel and the sound.
Yeah.
It wasn't one or the other.
But I'd say that the look of a guitar is also as equally important to when we're picking guitars. So if I think it's all just a system in your head. If you like the way something looks, you like the way, you know what I mean, it's going to be something that you like.
I get your point.
Yeah. And because you remove that, I'm not focused on whether it's a shreddy machine or if it's a classic Strat. The feel is actually quite similar. It's quite strange.
No, so you made some good points there. And do you know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning, I think my main question that I wanted answering was, when we hear these blindfolded demos, especially on Andertons, is the feel giving it away? Do you know what I mean? More of it than the sound, but as you said, you think it's a combination equally of both.
Yeah.
Which is, it's quite enlightening.
I think it's also interesting that you picked a guitar that I'm not as familiar with, so I don't have memorised every single spec of a Strat, whereas if you gave me a Les Paul or a 335, I'd probably be able to tell you a lot more just based off how the lacquer felt. Yeah. Whereas with Strats, I've got boutique Strats, I don't have as much experience, so I think that was quite a fair demo today of literally just playing something for the first time as such.
Right.
Shall we show them off then?
Yeah, let's show them off.
Okay, so the grand reveal, guys.
That feels good after that now, doesn't
it? Oh my god, some of these guitars. Yeah.
So should I go through them quickly one by one?
Yeah, that's definitely the Masterbuilt, right?
Yeah. So, right, the first guitar which Ben had was this. Let me move over here a bit so you guys can see. as you saw, was this Xotic XS, I think it's C2 Pro, which is this white guitar here.
Oh, I'm happy with that. It was a humbucker, and it is boutique.
Yeah, you mentioned it was a humbucker, you mentioned that it had a satin neck, which is correct. You also mentioned that you thought initially it was a Tom Anderson, but you changed your mind and thought it was boutique. So I think you did pretty well with that one, because Xotic's not a very well-known brand. It's a bit more niche and boutique, and there's not a lot on the second-hand market, and we certainly don't get a lot in the store, so I think you've done pretty well on that one. So I'll give you a thumbs up for that one. The second guitar, which we tried out, was this guitar right here, which you said was a Fender custom shop, so you got that bang on.
Yeah.
You said that this one was sticky and it had a maple board, so you also got the maple board right with that one as well. Also mentioned that it had single coils, team built custom shop, yeah, in line with your Fender custom shop statement, and you give this one an 8 out of 10.
Nice one.
So yeah, you got this one.
Did I say it was blue as well?
You said, well, we said it as a joke, didn't we? Because you guessed the colour. And yeah. It's a greenie. I think it's seafoam green.
I didn't think this. I actually thought it was a different one. I thought it was that dark blue one.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that is green.
It's a nice guitar. This one. I'm surprised this one hasn't sold. It's very resonant.
Yeah. Sticky.
The third guitar which we had was the actual Tom Anderson.
Yeah, I can't believe that's a Floyd Rose though, guys. I honestly did not feel that Floyd Rose one bit. So I guess if I had like felt around here, I'd be able to tell a bit more. But the thing that gave this away was the neck, because unless you go into like the lower kind of echelon of Fender, you don't really get this type of satin. Do you know what I mean? So
I think the controls give it away as well. I don't really think of that because it's got a lot of switches and whatnot.
I wouldn't even know what to do with this.
But you guessed correctly on this one. Obviously, you priced it correctly as well, because the price we got it on was the price you thought it would be at. And you also guessed that it was a maple board, which was thumbs up to you, correct on that front as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to give you 3 out of 3 so far.
Nice one.
So the next guitar, which we threw into the mix, was this Fender Japanese Strat. Now I originally thought he would struggle with this one because I've had this guitar in stock quite a while, and I think Ben might have forgot about it, but he got it bang on. You said that it was a maple board. You also said that it was a quilt top because you thought it was a bit of a higher end Fender Japanese import that we've had in before.
Yeah. Let me just say that was nothing from the way that the guitar felt. For me, I felt the finish, felt the neck, could feel it was a little bit cheaper pickup, so I assumed it was one of these Japanese models. You know what I mean?
We often get that when people buy Japanese guitars. The build quality is absolutely stunning on them, and the neck and the fretwork is really good. It's just the electronics which typically let them down, just because they tend to be ceramic. A lot of people don't like ceramic pickups. So yeah, 4 out of 4 on that front. The next guitar, let me just confirm. I think it was the G&L, which was the 5th guitar.
God, that is an ugly bastard.
Don't like it.
How did I not feel them pickups though?
So these G&L guitars, there's a big fan base for these guitars. This was actually a custom order, custom spec. This is a 90s era one. It's quite famous because Leo Fender actually designed these pickups at the time. I can't remember the exact name of them because it's only just come in, but I will get some details and list that on the side. But it's a very heavy guitar.
It's the heavy one.
It's a very heavy guitar.
I mean, I can't believe I didn't notice how big. Look how big that body is. It's a extremely thick body on that one. I mean, visually speaking, I think it looks horrendous, but that's only because of the pickups. Like the actual, like the way that the flame is, it's beautiful. The flame is very PRS-y flame. I like the Polaroid guard, and the tremolo is really cool. It's just, what are these? Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section below. I've never heard of these guitars. I know it was a Leo Fender thing, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's.
The shock of the day was this guitar because we've probably only ever had about 2 G&Ls come into our shop over the past sort of like 10 years. I don't know whether you knew we had some coming in, whether I might have mentioned it to you, and that's why you thought it might be that because it's very different. But
that's the thing. If I didn't know, because you mentioned a couple of days ago that you were getting some Xotic G&Ls, and I've never really heard of G&L, so obviously that was a bit of this stuck in my head. But if I didn't know that, I probably would have said it was some sort of boutique guitar. Yeah. But the heaviness is what threw me off, because it feels like a 80s or a 90s guitar. It feels like a bit like my dad's. He's got like a Strat copy that's like 99 quid. When you and it feels just like that. Not to diss this guitar or anything, but it's just it feels very similar. And then the frets are non-existent. It's like one of them guitars, but it's cool. I mean, visually, when I've got my eyes on it, I'm actually enjoying it a lot more, which is funny. It shows how much sight plays a factor in your guitar playing. But yeah,
Do you remember how much you priced it at, like value-wise?
Oh, I can't remember now.
You originally said 2k, and I've prices just put this on the website for I think £1,600–1,700.
Oh, okay.
But you can buy them new, the newer equivalents, but they're a bit more pricey.
With that
And not
in
as good as
mind,
the old
though,
ones, apparently.
with 1,600 quid being the thing, I actually think this is a lot cooler now. I thought you were going to say it was like £5,000.
Yeah,
And then,
you feel like you get a lot for your money.
Oh no,
back,
yeah,
so.
completely. Now you said that, it's like it's a custom guitar. It's more endearing now. But like, yeah, if this was expensive, I wouldn't be as chuffed with it. But yeah, it's a very nice veneer because it actually goes round. You see where?
Yeah, it's quite a thick veneer, maple cat, whatever you want to call it. And the body is in an unusual material. I can't remember what I listed it as, but yeah, an unusual guitar and in fantastic condition considering. Do you know what I mean? It's 30 years old.
Yeah,
It's 90s era. So the sixth guitar, which you'll be happy to know, was the general question that we were trying to find out with this video was, can Ben spot the Fender Masterbuilt guitar? And he guessed correctly, and he also guessed which one it was out of the many Fender Masterbuilts we've got in stock at the moment. So well done on that front.
So for me, the big thing about this, as I said, was the neck. It's nice and kind of worn down. Dale Wilson has a very unique way of relicking his guitars. I won't go into too much detail about it. This Strat is incredible, but I think it also does show with these blindfolded tests what I think I may have learned is that perhaps next time, if this episode is successful and you guys want to see more of these videos, we should probably do a demo where it's guitars that maybe you've hidden away from me where I don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
Because to a certain extent I didn't, but there's obviously guitars that I have seen. Like, I know this one because I demoed this a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what I mean?
I was saying to Scarlett earlier that I thought this would be very difficult for him. But I think a few little things do give it away quite a bit.
Yeah.
And like you said, we've learned from this video what to maybe do in the future for future
Yeah,
videos.
no.
But yeah, congratulations on that front. Not much more to say really. Rated it 10 out of 10.
How much does this go for though?
We've got this listed about 6.3, 6.4.
Oh,
so you guess between 6 and 7. The next guitar, which we shows, was the last guitar was the Suhr.
Oh, so.
Which is somewhat of a Strat hybrid. Would you say it's a Strat hybrid?
Yeah, so you got a drop top though. Oh, it does curve.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a contour on it.
If I'm being completely clean, if I'm not cheating, I did feel this guitar a little bit as I played it, and I deciphered that it was some sort of super Strat because of this rectangular horn. So I did cheat a little bit there because apparently I wasn't allowed to do that, which was my fault. But in terms of this guitar, I mean, I didn't know it was a rosewood fingerboard, and that's a very good. It's a show of good craftsmanship because I couldn't feel the transition at all from that rosewood to the maple. Like, it was completely seamless. So and when I touched it, it just felt quite glossy. But yeah, I had no idea what this was. To be honest, I kind of just guessed boutique, which I guess kind of falls under Suhr, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's on the fence a little bit, Suhr, isn't it now?
Yeah.
Because they've started to mass produce quite a lot of stuff, especially with the classic range.
So I haven't seen this one before. Beautiful top, and it's got
there's
reveal behind
a lot of depth to that top. I think this was the only thing you really got wrong was the actual fretboard on this. You said it was maple, but like you said, because it was
Well, yeah, it's a credit.
effortlessly,
It's a credit to how it's been built because that is seamless. Like, you can't feel it. Like if you close your eyes, and it feels quite glossy. This fingerboard, is it Palfero?
Yeah, Palfaro
Yeah.
fingerboard, and then it's got a roasted maple.
Yeah,
something like
cool.
that.
Well,
But yeah, it's a
very
nice
interesting.
guitar. Again, just a few of the notes on this guitar. You valued it at 2.5, which is about right for this. I think
Okay.
I've got listed about 2.6, something like that. You said the neck shape gave it away quite a lot, as you mentioned, because it's very skinny.
Yeah.
Boutique, angular. Yeah, so I think you've done incredibly well. I'm sure you guys would agree. Not only on the playing front, blindfolded, but also guessing the guitar. So
Yeah.
I guess you do know your stuff, Ben. I guess you do know your stuff.
Yeah, as I say, I think it'll be interesting to do this video again with other brands of guitars. Let us know in the comment section below which brand would you like to see on this channel next for this blindfold test. Obviously, you can do Gibson, PRS, whatever.
First thing you said to me is, can we do a Gibson one?
So guys, that is the end of our first proper blindfold test. Of course, we have pretty much just copied Anderton's today, so make sure to check out Anderton's. Obviously, I'm sure you're all subscribed to them. But yeah, if you'd like to see more of these videos, make sure to leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and let us know in the comment section below which brand would you like to see us feature next. You got anything to say, Joe?
No, and thanks for tuning in. And like Ben said earlier, I think it's good to give us a few pointers on what you want to see and what sort of things we could do to make this more of a, I guess, accurate experience for you, because I know some little things give it away by touching the toe knobs and the switch tips and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe we have to be a little bit more restricted on moving forward, especially with Gibsons and stuff like that. But thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys watching. and hopefully see you in the next one.
Hey guys, keep rocking. We'll see you soon.